last Christmas I gave you my cash, but the very next day you go and trade intraday. This year, to save me from tears, I put it under the mattress. Well, I'm not sure if that's gonna help with inflation rising, but at least will be a better chance to save your money. Guys, winter is here, Christmas is here. Welcome back. This is Pietro Trezzano once more, creating video content for the mighty Savius. It might be the last time, to be honest with you guys. I hope I have some noise on the background because my office roof is made of glass. I like natural light, so I hope that is not disturbing the audio too much. Let me get the hat off because I'm ridiculous enough without the hat. So guys, I did have a very nice trading year, I must confess, so I'm willing to focus a bit more on trading next year, and I'm not sure I'll be able to continue and produce this video content for Savius. I'm very excited about the idea of this video. Before we get started, let me just remind you, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just here to create educational content, so I'm not here to give you any sort of trading advice. You should do your own research and make your own trading decisions and not follow my trading suggestion, which by the way I'm not giving you any. I'm just here again to discuss market theories and ideas and concepts. But I was saying that I'm very excited about today's video because it's the very core, it's the very reason why I founded Savius about 10 years ago. I no longer own Savius, as you know, but I originated the idea. The thing was that I remember my dad, when I started trading professionally, he made fun of me, saying, you know what the difference is between a trader with a degree and one without a degree. The trader with a degree can explain you very well how he lost your money, and a trader without a degree, he cannot tell you how he made you money. And he used to make fun of me, and that gave me a bit the idea that there might have been some hidden gems there among you guys. Also because, to be honest, when I started trading, I did have some experience as a broker, but no experience at all as a trader, and I then found out very painfully that you need a lot of experience before knowing what you're actually doing. So this idea is possibly a concept behind many of those more retail oriented prop houses like Savius in question, but the idea also, it was an idea which is not too new. If you think about let me put it this way: if you think about the Christmas movie in your country, what's one of the most famous Christmas movie for you? I guess you will name It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, Love Actually. For some, Die Hard, possibly. Well, in Italy, Trading Places, which in Italian has been translated una poltrona per due, an armchair for two. Don't ask me why we actually destroy movie titles in this way, but anyways, and Italians are very fond of this movie. It's part of the Christmas traditions. We wait for this movie. It's Christmas. When this movie is on air on the same channel, it means that it's Christmas. It's really associated with that idea. It's our classic Christmas movie. And there are actually posts on Facebook, countdowns starting in June, like -6 months to Trading Places being on air, etc., etc. But that movie with Daniel Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, which you should, and Jamie Lee Curtis, etc., you should definitely check it because it's a great movie. In case you don't know it, but I'm sure you do. But it originated from a story which is actually true, and it is a challenge between Richard Dennis and his fellow trader William Eckert. So who is Richard Dennis? Was called the Prince of the Pit. Is a talented gentleman with a degree in philosophy, which had in theory nothing to do with economics and finance, but apparently he was a very talented trader. He started by borrowing $1,600 from his family. He bought a trading place on the Chicago Board of Trade, and then through the years turned that money trading agriculturals and other futures into a multi-million-dollar account. So he had this discussion with his fellow trader. He said, okay, but David, you have a degree in philosophy, you're passionate of Hume, you're a very intelligent person, very peculiar, etc. Nobody can do what you're doing. And he was coming back from a visit in Singapore where he visited a turtle farm. He said, you know, I don't agree with you. I bet I can do the same things with like they breed turtles. I can do the same things with traders. I could be training traders, but not necessarily with high degrees, with high education, people from the street, and I can turn them into successful traders. So that was how the challenge started. They put I think an ad on the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. They had plenty of people, of course, answering, and then 13 were selected the first time, and then I think they republished the ad in the 84, the first time in June. In December 83, at the end of December 83, and the next time it was again in 84, I believe, and finally they put together 20 traders, and they were given an account ranging from $250 to $2 million each, a set of rules, some training, of course, a set of rules like don't hold more than, I think, 12 contracts in a single commodity, don't use more than 24% of your equity, and they were taught a trend following system, which I believe was based on a pyramiding of an anti-martingala sort of position sizing, and they were all very successful. They totaled, I believe, 700 or 725 million dollars in profit altogether through 5 years. Of course, through 5 years, but still is an amazing amount of money. I actually read a couple of books from one of the former traders, Michael Cowell. You can find them on the Amazon. It's good reading. It will help you, I guess. That me at least. But you know, the movie is so great, and the story behind it is so great too. You know, I've been wondering which one came first, if the movie came first or and so the guys took the idea from the movie, or vice versa. I was convinced it was vice versa. So I was convinced that the traders, the real story actually inspired the movie. I don't know if that is the case, because the times they don't coincide. I believe the movie came out in on June 8, 1983, and I believe the ad was placed in December 1983. So most likely they took the idea from the movie, or they were inspired by the movie. I'm not sure. Whichever the thing is, it's a great idea. Two more comments before I close this video. Number one, again, we reconnect to what we said before. So Richard Dennis, which was a trader, very successful trader and a brilliant mind, who actually multiplied his initial stake, his initial capital many times, and did something which is amazing. Actually suffered losses into this money management company at the end of the 80s. I believe in 87 and 84 he reported some losses for him and for his client. They said contravening to his own trading rules. In general, I don't think that was likely the case. It's simply that the market was changing. So I'm wondering still if those sort of techniques of breakouts and position sizing that used to make rich some of the famous or very famous traders from the 80s, if they will still be working today. I have my doubts, as I said before, as the algos have traded and changed the market platform completely. That is number one. The second stake is the Duke and Duke. You know, during the movie they said whatever happens, the market goes up and the market goes down, Duke and Duke always makes money. Duke and Duke is the brokerage. Okay, of course the broker makes money whether if the market goes up and down, but it's not easy to be a broker. And also for brokers, margins are shrinking. It's becoming more and more competitive. Nowadays the broker, back in the days you had a sort of personal relationship with the broker. That was, you know, the person to discuss with the trade, etc. It was a sort of salesperson. Nowadays it's very impersonal. It's all done electronically. So also being a broker is very difficult. I've been a broker for a few years, I believe 7 years in total. In my market there is still this sort of you know, negotiating over the phone, etc. And I may tell you, it's you make you know, it's hard work also if you're a broker. And the thing when you're a broker is that you think that, okay, I suffer sometimes time I used to suffer when taking a position for a client, and I believe that you tend to think that trading and brokerage is the same thing, but it's not the same thing. One of the brokers, the first brokers that when I actually switched on the trading side, I remember these sentences. So this is the market is trading, etc. Okay, but I don't want to trade. Okay, but do you want to watch the movie or do you want to be in the movie? And that's the thing. When you trade, you are in the movie. When you trade and you trade for real and you do not trade with sim on the sim account, you trade your real money, you are in the movie, you are in the market. And so that is what makes the difference. Okay guys, I take this last chance to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I wish you all the best for your trading adventures. I hope through these videos I managed to create some value here and there, or at least implant some ideas, some reasoning, some curiosity to go and read some more books. It's been a pleasure to be in your company. Hope to be with you again soon, sometime. All the best, and please keep your leverage low. Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao.